So now we're at game 2. Since I lost the first one, I start off. And I think I hate my hand. I think I have a king. I have like 2 lances. So I duality.
And I'm kind of relieved when he dualities, actually, because that means he just can't get that Jagen
That means,
out.
yeah, because I can't X Jagen. I mean, sometimes it's nice if I summon X and someone Valors it. I can use, I still have that backup duality, but...
So from dueling Butter so much, I know that whenever he dualities, it means that he just doesn't have anything in his hand, and he's going to set a bunch of back row, which he does.
I have Starlight, so I'm okay with just dumping everything.
Right, and
I have a king in my hand, which is even worse, and then...
I think you actually throw that down onto the table at one point in time out of rage.
We'll get to that point. It's not rage. I mean, I don't special summon it off a Nebula, so it's obvious it's in my hand, so...
Right. Oh, right, you do activate a Nebula.
And so I end phase MST, and he MSTs, and then
I tried to MST for some reason. I can't... Mine exploded for a sec.
Just forget that you can't... For some reason, I learned this from playing Dark Worlds. You can set a normal spell card and then activate it that same turn, but you can't do that with a quick play. It makes sense, I know.
It doesn't make any sense, but you know.
Our one friend, Ace Trainer Alum, he plays Dark Worlds, and he'll like set his Monster Reborn in his Dark Hole, and then he'll card Destruction, and then he'll, not have to discard it, and then he can use it that same turn. So right here, I'm a little frustrated. I have no monsters a little bit.
Getting beaten to death by a wind-up rabbit, 1,400 per turn.
I think I get a Thunder King, and... Nope. Oh, he Fiendishes, so... I'm still okay with that, because at least it means that he doesn't have a direct channel to my life points, so...
I was kind of frustrated when he played that Thunder King. I hate that card against this deck. It stops Factory, it stops... it's terrible.
I mean, it's good, because the only thing that stops in my deck is Carteros, so... As long as you don't have those on the field at the same time, which I think I end up doing next.
And then... Ramen Noodles reminds him. No, he doesn't. Never mind.
So I have a Lance, but I can't even use it. So...
Get out another rabbit. I love wind-up rabbits. And I can't remember what happens here.
I think you just pass. I think those rabbits stay on the field for a while. So now I get an X, and I'm actually really happy about it. I can hopefully do something. Although, I can't remember. I think I might... I can't remember if I have a Nebula set or not. But the good thing is, in order for Nebula to be activated, there only needs to be any face-down card on the field. So I don't need to have a face-down worm to activate Nebula.
Right. I think I'm debating whether I want to get rid of that X or not. I think I might have a warning set.
I believe you use it, because I think I... Oh, nope, you let it, and so I dumped the Jagen, even though with Thunder King on the field I can't use it, but if it would be possible, I'd actually just want to get rid of that Thunder King somehow, so I could get a Jagen on the field, but...
Right. Too many back row to remember what you even set there.
So, and then I Nebula, so I could get... Because at this point, I just want to get that draw. And also, I think I just wanted to free up a space so I can throw down Lance.
Yep. So Thunder King is...
I almost questioned, and then I forget I got Fiendish Chain, so...
So that was really nice that I could actually search out.
So he gets Magician, and I'm sad. I set Lance, then I resolve it, and draw my card.
And then at this point I realized, he didn't special summon the king through Nebula, so he must have it in his hand, and I think I commented on that during the actual video.
And then I think my king's a little bit lonely, so I wanted to hang out with Ma'at over there, so... But... I don't know, I mean, it looks like I have a Mirror Force. I think I have my Fiendish down. I have a Lance, so I'm not too worried.
So I normally summon the Magician, and I'm really scared of that back row. Because every monster I've summoned so far has been less than 1,500 attack, so not afraid of getting bottomless.
So he's Sharks. I mean, and I debate bottomlessing, but then I don't think I do it because I'm okay if he goes into if he goes into his Zen mains or if he goes into anything, I'll just deal with the Exceed. I don't need to bother about just hurting the Shark. That's one of the nice things about windups. I mean, of the little monsters, I mean, basically Shark's the only one that can get bottomless.
Yes. That's why I love those rabbits. They're 1400 attack, and you can't. I mean, the only way to get rid of them is Solemn Warning.
Because even if you would, I mean, even if they did have enough attack, they could just evade bottomless by their effect.
They could just affect it. Yeah. And I try to go into Shockmaster here.
So I'm secretly really happy about this because I can either bottomless it or fiendish it if he does some other shenanigans.
So he bottomlesses it, and...
Or I also have Lance, so if he attacks into my Thunder King, I can always just throw down Lance.
So I don't have a Lance this time, and I have to get rid of my Shockmaster. It makes me very sad.
And I'm happy also just for the fact that now I can set another back row if I draw it. So I get another Thunder King, and then... So I flip up the X just because it does me no good in defense position. I mean, the only thing I would be afraid of would be a Torrential, but I have Starlight, so...
This made me unhappy. When he played the other Thunder King, and then I had the Torrential.
So I get out Stardust, and at this point, I feel like I took enough control because any destruction I can negate with Stardust. And then I also have a Lance, Compulse, and a Fiendish Chain.
So I'm in a very bad position here. Just got 2 wind-up rabbits on the field, and can't really do anything. He's got a Stardust. I mean...
So I attack the one rabbit gets destroyed. So I attack with X and... Oh no, he did his math bad. He thought 18 minus 14 was 7, but...
I think I just punched it in wrong.
Yeah.
So I banished the other rabbit to save it for next turn.
Not a bad play, because I can't go for game yet. And then he compulses Stardust, and luckily I have Lance to make sure that stays on the field, because I know that can save me from a Dark Hole. Or
that was also very frustrating. That did not make me happy at all.
So then I think I set the call just because I don't care anymore if it gets... I'm more trying to protect from random MSTs, I guess.
So one of the reasons I let the first rabbit die was because I had a wind-up rat in my hand, and I knew that I could play that next turn. But he compulses it back, and...
Because that's kind of the way I shut it down. Once you get that normal out of the way, I knew he couldn't do anything, so... I mean, I don't know. I thought he might go into... Even if he would have gone to, like, basically whatever... Looking back, I mean, maybe I could have just compulsed...
The X-Seed that I brought out.
But then again, I think I'm fairly comfortable that I can go for game this turn. So I thought, why not just not bother dealing with it, so... So I summon X, and then I think I tribute the Thunder... I dump a Yagan just because in case something horrible goes wrong.
At this point, I'm just kind of like, well, this is game. So
and then he Mirror Forces, but I
negate with Stardust, yeah.
So and then I just
I'm just kind of like, well, that's it. I mean, yeah, there's nothing I can do. That's game. So there's game 2.